Wojtek the Bear was a soldier in the 22nd Artillery Company of the Polish Second Corps. As Polish radio reported at the beginning of 2008, the Bear received his own statue in the Scottish capital of Edinburgh, where Wojtek spent his final years after his time served as a soldier. But not much is known about Wojtek and his exploits in Poland. Richard Lucas, a British businessman who has been living in Poland for going on 20 years, wants to see a statue of Wojtek in Krakow and in doing so make it possible to tell history from a different perspective.
It's not an idea, it's a piece of history which isn't as well known as it should be. I was vaguely aware of Wojtek the Soldier Bear and then came across an article about him and thought, well, here's a much less well-known story that certainly ought to be well-known, and started to talk to family and friends about the idea of a statue of Wojtek and found that people were so interested that I thought, well, this is something that I can make happen. Once I thought about that, I thought that the statue was only part of the concept, that the thing that really needed to be told was the story of the deportations to Siberia, the incredible trek of hundreds of thousands of people from Siberia through to what was then British Persia and their journey back to Europe by different means, and where the bear would be the symbol around which this story could become better known.
The idea of using Wojtek the Bear as such an icon is something that is worth considering, but why is his story so little known in Poland?
General Anders, in whose army Wojtek the Bear served, was regarded as a collaborator and symbol of fascism to the communist ideology. He wasn't a figure who the Polish authorities wanted to talk about. So whereas General Anders and Anders' army was seen as something heroic and important in the Polonia community out of Poland, the Poles living abroad, he certainly wasn't well known.
Ewa Trofimiuk is a teacher in Krakow and thinks that there should be greater awareness of Wojtek in Poland.
That is what is said, because our kids, Polish people, not much know that. I think that there was maybe one or two programs in the Polish television just only. It's not popular. It's supposed to be, I think.
The idea of promoting Wojtek and his part in Polish history wouldn't stop at a statue, however. Mr. Lucas wants to see Wojtek go global by helping people to do Wojtek-related projects.
The statue is just one of the things we would like to do here in Krakow, but for people in other parts of the world, and I'm in contact with people in Canada, Spain, New Zealand, also trying to make contact with people in Iran, though that is not an easy project. Remember, for those of you who don't know, that Wojtek travelled through what was British Persia, Syria, then Palestine, now Israel, Gaza, Egypt, Italy, and then to the UK. So particularly in the countries through which Wojtek the Bear travelled, help people who want to do projects there.
Using Wojtek the Bear as an educational tool may also be useful for teaching school children about General Anders and his story.
Yeah, I think so, because from what I've heard, children in England and Scotland know at least a bit about it, but nobody in my class knew about it, or in my school I don't think anybody knows about it.
Helena is a 12-year-old who goes to primary school in Krakow. Her 9-year-old sister Antonia thinks that the idea of a bear would be good to retell history, as many children simply like animals.
Yeah, I do, because all my friends really like animals, and I think they'd like Wojtek. Because they really like animals. I think they'd be interested in that kind of history.
Richard Lucas is on the case to bring Wojtek to the forefront of Polish national history and is rallying to get volunteers' help in the cause.
A lot of people have said yes, they'll help. We're using social networking. We've got groups on Facebook, which is well known around the world, Golden Line, Couchsurfing, a project management tool called Basecamp. Whenever we come across different ways of reaching people, we're looking for people who share the objectives, who want to help us, and who have ideas of things they can contribute personally.
Wojtek the Soldier Bear was a hero for many, and such an emblem may provide inspiration for another way of looking at Polish history, a history that simply wasn't told for so long. For News from Poland, I'm John Beecham in Kraków.